All right. Next question, and I know there's been a lot of variations of this question. I've heard there's a pilot shortage. Is there really?
And along with that, do you have lists of employers overseas and things like that that you can help people get into?
Well, John, thank you, and Paula, to answer your question first. Yeah, it's not Dave saying there's a global pilot shortage. This is the aircraft manufacturers. This is the industry is now crying that there's going to be a pilot shortage. We are at the beginning of a 20-year pilot shortage. Now, does that mean that absolutely every pilot is going to make it to be a wide-body captain? The answer is no. Some people are not going to apply themselves. They're not going to do what it takes to pursue that. They may not have the passion to do that. They may prefer to stay where they're at, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. But for those individuals that apply themselves, have a clean record, get an education, this is the best time to be a pilot we have seen in 20 years. It's just a documented fact. Mm-hmm. I think you'll get a little pushback because the pilot shortage is more prevalent outside of North America than it is in the U.S. In all fairness, we have less of a pilot shortage right now in the U.S. than we've seen in Asia, we've seen in Central and South America, and we've seen in the Middle East and Africa. That is the primary growth of the aviation industry. Still, you're seeing about I think the numbers I saw was something like 90,000 new airline pilots needed in North America over the next 20 years. And that's still a significant number. I think right now, if you look at the commuter airlines, and I recently listened to the legal counsel who was speaking on behalf of the Regional Airline Association, she was talking about how they cannot fill their classes. They simply cannot get enough pilots to fill the void of the pilots at the top that are leaving to go get airline jobs. Right now in the United States, every major airline in the U.S. is hiring. That's pretty significant.
Right, right. And I think that's part of the reason that we've seen, a lot of airlines, especially overseas, interested in an ab initio program. Is that what you're seeing as well?
Yeah, absolutely. As the middle class is growing in a lot of the regions around the world, and they're wanting to expand the opportunity for flying, with that growth, a lot of these young men and women were not brought up with the idea that they could even be airline pilots. It was so far out of reach that really wasn't something that they were striving for. And now they're starting to find that they didn't have enough people who were aspiring to be pilots or that even thought they could be. It seems so far out of reach that the airlines themselves are now trying to help them find a way. So they're doing more sponsorship. We've seen that with some of the ab initio programs, and that's not a new concept. Lufthansa has done that for many years. Turkish Airways is doing it with FIT. There's lots of schools out there that are catering to that ab initio to the airline. And kind of the way that works is the airline actually interviews and hires the national citizen who has zero flight time, and then they pay for them to go to flight school here in the U.S. or wherever they send them. So huge opportunities, I think, with the ab initio programs coming up. And but I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't wait to try to wait for a sponsorship. If you've got a chance to get to flight school, I would get yourself enrolled in a flight school right away.
So does Aerostar help their graduates with respect to job opportunities here or overseas?
You know, John, that's a question I get asked all the time, and my typical response is yes, but let me put a qualifier on that. We don't have a direct relationship with an airline to say when you're a graduate of Aerostar, you're guaranteed an interview. We have had some offers like that from some commuters. We didn't feel that was a good fit for us because the people that are coming to type rate school are looking to fly Airbuses and Boeings. They're not looking to fly a regional jet.
Right.
However, we have seen a number of airlines around the world that have given preferential hiring or referred potential employees to Aerostar. Some of them, I can tell you, Vietjet has sent us a number of pilots. Tiger Airways in Australia has sent us a number of pilots. We've had pilots from airlines all over the world coming through our school. So do we directly help place you? No, we're a school. We're not a placement service. But we
Right.
try to give you the tools and the leg up so that you're in high demand to get the job.